Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. That's right, it's Wednesday. New album, new release day here on the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at the brand new solo album from guitarist extraordinaire. He's been a member of UFO now for quite a good many years. Solo artist, got lots of solo albums. He's done lots of appearances all over the place for many, many years. Of course, we're talking about Vinnie Moore. Double Exposure is his latest release for Mind's Eye Music. Of course, that's his own label. We got some glare there, right? 12 new tracks produced by Vinnie, mixed and mastered by Bob Stander at Parcheesi Studios in Huntington, Long Island. Photography by Gretchen Johnson. Let's take a look here. Track listing on the back. Interesting seeing Vinnie playing an Epiphone SG on here, right? It's not usually a guitar you associate with Vinnie Moore, right? It usually plays like kind of like Strat variety guitars, Ibanez and whatnot. There's Jackson's. There you see him on some different ones, right? Let's see, is that an actual? It's another Epiphone. He must be endorsed by Epiphone, I would think. Those are not Gibsons, although Epiphone owned by Gibson, obviously. Okay, who's on the album, you might ask? So we've got Pete Griffin on bass, Richie Monica on drums, Vinnie on guitars. Lots of different vocalists on here because like half this album has vocals on it, right? You got Ed Terry on vocals, Mike DeMeo, of course, the great Mike DeMeo has done a lot. Vocals and keyboards on one track. Brian Stevenson on vocals. Keith Slack on vocals. Ed Terry, I think I already mentioned. John Cassidy on keyboards. John Pisoni does some drums on here as well. Let's see if there's anybody else I'm missing here. I think that covers everybody. Michael Bean plays some bass on here. So basically, like I mentioned, you got 12 tracks. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with vocals, and the rest are all instrumentals. Although one of them is a instrumental version of another song. So probably my favorite vocal track on the album is a song called "Pay My Dues," which total kicks ass. Got Keith Slack on vocals. It's just this gritty, kind of bluesy, hard rocker, got a 70s feel to it. And then if you go to the instrumental tracks, the song Rocket is actually the instrumental version of that. And it's got just a nasty, nasty guitar riff. Really, really great song. But the rest of the tracks, it's a pretty strong album, actually. It's just kind of weird hearing a Vinnie Moore album with like a lot of vocal pieces on it that are more in kind of like your standard like bluesy hard rock vein, right? Like Vertical Horizon is a really cool song that kicks off the album. It's got a good hook to it. Good vocal from Ed Terry. You got Mike DeMeo shows up on Rise. That's a good kind of, I don't know, reminds me of like early Boston in spots. Still Waters Run Deep. Another good, accessible hard rock song. Brian Stevenson sings on that one. I mentioned Paying My Dues. You got River Flow. That's more of like kind of like a rootsy, almost like kind of southern rock thing. Kind of same thing with Hummingbird. That's not bad. Keith Slack sings that one. Ed Terry sings River Flow. Then you got Astro Man, which got lots of wah-wah guitars. It's kind of funky, all instrumental. I dig that. Breaking Through. That's pretty deep. That's pretty interesting, right? It's just like a Satriani type number. Same with kind of In Too Deep. Then Rocket, I mentioned, probably my favorite track on the whole album. Then you got One Day and Southern Highway, which finish off the album. Those are a little mellower, again, kind of rootsy, kind of southern rocky, tasty guitar work, right? Nothing too overly explosive, but nice melodies and whatnot. Overall, I mean, the album is there's very tasty melodies on here, nice playing. I think it's just interesting that Vinnie, at this point in his career, he's been with UFO now for many years, and most of the latter day UFO albums that he's appeared on are more kind of like blues rock albums, as opposed to that kind of more metallic, heavy rock stuff from the 70s and the early 80s. And I think that has influenced, kind of what he's been doing a bit in his solo career. Can the guy shred? Still, of course he can. He chooses not to. I mean, there's some wild playing on here, of course, but this is less of kind of like of that type of like a solo guitar shredder type of album, and more of just kind of like a contemporary kind of hard rock, blues rock album with vocals, and then the stuff that doesn't have vocals, kind of not that far removed from there. And like I said, there's some rootsier fare on here as well. It's a very pleasant listen, decent album. I'm going to give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Double Exposure for Vinnie Moore. Great guitar player, always a nice guy, right? I've had the pleasure of conversing with him quite a bit over the years, and Vinny's a cool dude and loves his music, and you can tell it shines on this album. So Double Exposure, the latest from Vinnie Moore. Check it out and visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Stay tuned for more new album reviews here today on this Wednesday, and then we'll be back at you tomorrow with the Monsters Den, and of course Friday morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff. Then Christmas weekend, we've got the UK Connection on Saturday, and ranking the albums on Sunday. We've got a mammoth show for you on Sunday, ranking the albums of Tom Petty. So it's coming up on Christmas Sunday, so hopefully you can carve out a little bit of time to spend with us on Saturday during the holidays, but if not, it'll be up here on the channel for you to watch it whenever you like next week. So thanks for watching. I'm Pete Pardo. See you real soon, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.